to 16th, right? So we're going to be looking at the Euro USD for the week beginning Monday, February 12th to Friday 16th. Okay, so first let's start with the weekly chart. And like as you can see on the weekly chart, we have three moving averages, and price is still operating below the moving averages, like the 200 period moving average, but quite at the same level with the 21 period and a little below the 50 period moving average. And from the price action we can see on this weekly candle, we see this, to me, is like a doji, right? And from the little that I know about doji, southern doji in particular, oftentimes it could still signal um, a bearish continuation, sort of, right? But then it could also swing up. So let's just have an open mind about that. But then by the time you combine that with what we can see with the moving averages, okay, you may want to agree that this southern doji may actually push price further down. But there's something also I have noticed. If you look at this on the prior week candle, the volume is 1,014,864. 1,014,864. That's the volume um for this particular week's candle. All right. But when you look at the volume for this, the current week that just ended, the volume is 749,000. So meaning that the volume reduced here. So if you go by volume, price volume analysis, it may also be an indication that volume has reduced. So buyers may be stepping in. Volume for selling may reduce because buyers actually push price up, back up here, right? So and the price significance, the price difference rather between the open and close varies from almost the same level. So it's a doji. Okay, so while on that, we'll now switch to the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, we still see something that still tells us that the buyers are back in this market. You see bullish continuation all the way from here. Okay, so but if you bring in the moving averages, price is still trading below the moving average. But who says that price cannot break and pass the moving average even if they are serving as resistance? So let's approach the market the new week with open mind. Okay, now let's get down to the analysis. So I want to come to let's first take it to 4 hours and then see. And on 4 hours, the moving average 200 period is still above price, and the 50 period is still a little above price, while price is operating above the 21 period moving average. So we are still going to take this to be a short, or rather a downtrend, bearish trend. Okay, so let's bring in the Fibonacci retracement tool here and see what to expect. Let's run it based on the drop from here, the previous week. Okay, so because this will be easier to cover if price wants to now um, kind of what do you call it, correct and start going up, and it's also easier to take advantage of if we are going to sell at 50% moving average, which is at 1.08102. But then I've also worked out the weekly pivot points for Euro USD. Okay, I worked that out. Let me show you. Okay, so the pivot point, central pivot point for the weekly moving pivot, the central pivot point for the weekly pivot point is at 1.0762, and then the first level resistance is at 1.0812. Let's take note of these two levels now. So let's come back to the chart. 1.0812 is somewhere around here, so almost at the same at the congruence with the 50 period. So R1 for the week is 1.0812, while our 50 period, based on the fall from the high of the previous week to the current week we're analyzing, is at 1.08102. So the congruence is almost there, right? So I think that place will still price will still want to test there, and we will want to also still test our system there to sell around there. And of course, if you're selling, we want to take advantage of all the price, I mean, take everything there. You just pick your trade around this level. Pick the first maybe 30 pips or 20 pips, first 30 pips thereabouts, and then look for the next 50 pips, 60 pips, and if it's able to drop all the way to here, fine. If not, we're out, and then take our profits, adjust, and then move on. And then what should we expect on Monday? Let's switch to 1 hour. So let's look at on the daily time frame now. So on 1 hour, price is a little below the 200 period move average, meaning that price is gradually recovering, right? And I'm currently trading above both the 50 and the 21 period moving average. So I'm going to remove this again now. So this time around, I want to uh, let's we can't actually say it's a bullish we can actually say it's a bullish market yet, but if you want to actually run with that, fine. But let's do two things. We're going to draw the the Fibonacci twice. One we'll look at based on the drop from here, okay, to here. That's based on the drop up here down here. I think this one here is lower. Okay, so the 50 period moving average based on that is still up here around 1.0809, so almost at the same level. So it has a congruence with both the 50 period moving average for the weekly and R1 for the weekly pivot points also. But how about the daily pivot points for Monday? So I'm going to show you that where I did it to, show you where I did it to. So here you have it. Second level resistance is at 1.0813. Okay, so almost at the same level, almost at the same level. And so we are going to just have an open mind. And then, so what we are going to focus on more Monday will be price action around this area, around this within this area. So we're going to be marking out that area. So let's see if we can mark out the area. Let's mark out this area. So within this area, we are going to be looking at price. Okay, so we are going to be looking at price, watching out for price action around this area. So whatever will happen between here and here. So we will that's around 15 pips, right? Around 15 pips. So it's important to pay attention to what happens around the price action around here, okay, as we go into the new week. So that's what we will be expecting for Euro USD. Remember the daily pivot point for Monday, and then remember what we will be expecting for the entire week. Okay, so and then remember the weekly Fibonacci retracements at 50%, giving us 1.08102, and then the weekly R1 giving us 1.0812. Okay, so and then the daily for Monday giving us that around 1. R2 giving us 1.0813. So we have it covered around here. Okay, so we will be watching out for this and looking for what price action will do for us around here. Okay, so anyone who really wants to also remember, I said I'm going to draw the Fibonacci twice. So this one now we'll look at based on the rise from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so based on rise from here all the way up there. Okay, so based on that, price retracing down, but there's no agreement with the moving averages. So this moving average, this Fibonacci may not really apply so well, but still you can work it out on your own if you use the the PowerPoint for Monday, and look at the support. You have support at 1.0766, 1.0766, and around that area too. If you will, let's quickly plot here around this area. This is where you have that 50%. It's around here, okay, somewhere there. Okay, so you can actually see, okay, all the way from here to here. Okay, so within this zone, uh, buying can actually pick up again if it retraces down there, and then around the 50% retracement for the sell, then selling could also resume. But watch out for price action around here. Watch out for price action around here, and let's see how things go. So when the week unfolds, we'll be able to take it bit by bit. So at this point, we want to encourage you to trade to win during the week from all of us at the Pipsoclock team. See you at the top.